Now, why do you think that you would like to convert to Catholicism?
Well, because, I've got to have something to believe in, otherwise life is just meaningless.
I understand, but why did you make the decision to choose the Catholic faith?
Well, first of all, because it's a very beautiful religion, and it's a strong religion. It's very well structured. I'm talking now, incidentally, about the against school prayer, pro-abortion, anti-nuclear wing.
So at the moment you don't believe in God?
No, and I want to. I'm willing to do anything. I'll dye Easter eggs if it works. I need some evidence. I gotta have some proof. If I can't believe in God, then I don't think life is worth living.
It means making a very big leap.
Yes, well, can you help me?
What is your personal meaning of life? Meaning of life.
My personal meaning of life. I have no idea.
Sounds like a cliche answer, right? But it's finding happiness, trying to be happy, with whatever, anything that makes you happy.
It's a heavy question. What is the meaning of life? To be happy, I suppose. To find peace through happiness.
What is the point? Why do you give your time to this strange and impossible activity? Why do you write? I still have that childish feeling of joy and happiness whenever I write. I write to pursue that old childish happiness, and that is why, for me, literature and writing are inextricably linked with happiness, or the lack of it, unhappiness.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I can't figure out any reason why I'm here, or any divine anything.
The consolations are knocked down one by one. For some people, a consolation against death is children, grandchildren. For others, it's God. For others, it's art. Each of them is knocked down. For others, it's sex. All of them are knocked down.
I didn't think of that. I guess there's no way of writing about a life without all those things that you call consolations entering into it. But I didn't seek any parallel. Any parallels are inadvertent and a result of my stupidity, really.
What I believe to be the purpose of life is there really is no purpose. It's just the universe, consciousness manifesting itself in a physical universe, and yeah.
That is, for human beings, we first of all exist and then become something. We aren't anything until we choose what we are. This sounds a bit mystical and mysterious, but he explains it by contrasting this human situation with that of, for instance, a penknife, something that was created by an intelligent mind. In contrast, for a human being, we exist first and then are defined. There's no such thing as a human nature. Sartre didn't believe that biology and our past determines everything that we have to be. So actually, we create ourselves through our choices, and there is no one way we have to be. As he put it, man, or human beings, first of all exist, encounter themselves, surge up in the world, and define ourselves afterwards. To begin with, we're not anything at all, and it's only through what we choose to do and what we choose to want to do, and that includes actually choosing our emotions, that we become particular human beings.
My personal meaning of life, that goes into a religious aspect, so, all right, well, my personal meaning of life is to help others get from here to heaven. How's that?
Religion is a language made up of symbols and metaphors, but also to describe what is essentially an indescribable experience.
I think that there are two ways to view scripture or text. And first of all, you're absolutely right. I mean, the entirety of human history is inextricably bound to religion. It cannot be divided. Or the conception of religion as a language, and we're tossing this word religion around a lot. We should figure out what we mean when we say it. Religion is the language through which one describes sort of the transcendence. And by transcendence, I don't mean anything more complicated than that which lies beyond our material realm, our experience of the material realm. We need a means through which we can describe this, to which we can express it to ourselves, and more importantly, to one another. And religion provides that language. Religion is not something you believe in or you don't believe in. Again, that's, I think, is a misunderstanding of what religion, the function.
I think the meaning of life is the process of figuring out the meaning of life. Like, I don't think that it's handed to you in, like, a package. I think that's the whole thing. You have to go through it and, like, work it out for yourself.
You feel like you're on the top of the world and the air is curiously light and you feel a kind of elated feeling. And I think that here we can start to understand why Nietzsche placed such an emphasis on the tops of mountains. It's at the very top of the mountain that come the finest views, but it's of course extremely hard to get to them. And this is symptomatic of his view that to reach anything that's worthwhile, to reach anything that's valuable, you have to go through an extraordinary amount of effort.
A key lesson that Nietzsche's life of hardship taught him was that any worthwhile achievement was born out of constant struggle and hard work. Though we sometimes suppose that success comes easily and naturally to some people, there was no such thing as a straight path to the top in Nietzsche's eyes. But Nietzsche didn't think it was enough just to suffer. If hardship was all it took in order to be fulfilled, then all of us would be happy. The challenge is to learn to respond well to suffering, perhaps to use it to create something beautiful.
I guess I've tried not to look too deeply into it because usually it makes me feel either upset or a little lost.
What? Oh my God! I don't understand. I thought you would be happy.
How could we be happy?
But because I never thought of God in my life, now I'm giving it serious thought.
But Catholicism? Why not your own people?
Because I got off to a wrong foot with my own thing, you know, but I need a dramatic change in my life.
You're going to believe in Jesus Christ?
I know, it sounds funny, but I'm going to try.
But why? We raised you as a Jew.
So just because I was born that way, you know, I'm old enough to make a mature decision.
But why Jesus Christ? Why, for instance, shouldn't you become a Buddhist?
That's totally alien to me. Look, you're getting on in years, right? Aren't you afraid of dying?
Why should I be afraid?
Because you won't exist.
So?
That thought doesn't terrify you?
Who thinks about such nonsense? Now I'm alive. When I'm dead, I'll be dead.
I don't understand. Aren't you frightened?
Of what? I'll be unconscious.
I know, but never to exist again?
How do you know?
But it certainly doesn't look promising.
Who knows what it'll be? I'll either be unconscious or I won't. If not, I'll deal with it then. I'm not going to worry now about what's going to be when I'm unconscious.
Mom, come out.
Of course there's a God, you idiot. You don't believe in God?
But there's a God, then why is there so much evil in the world? Well, just on a simplistic level, why were there Nazis?
Tell him, Max.
How the hell do I know why there were Nazis? I don't know how the can opener works.